Welcome to Kim and Mary's. This morning Kim will be preparing sausage, homemade sausage. The ingredients you'll need today is about 1.25 pounds of ground pork, about 1/4 pound of bacon that was cut into small pieces, not sliced bacon, like a chunk of slab off of a slab, 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint, 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seed ground up fine, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of dehydrated ground chopped onion filled with water so they hydrate. We will be using a food processor since I don't have a grinder. That is why the pork is already ground and the bacon's small. And also we're going to use milk as a binder. As you can see, all ingredients are now in the food processor. The only ingredient that's not in here is the milk. Here is the texture of the meat. It's very pasty and fine. I did put the milk in. About 1/4 cup when everything was in the food processor, and you just mix it till it comes to this, like I said, more of like a pasty consistency. I won't throw this back in the bowl. It's kind of gross. On the stove, we're getting a pot of boiling water ready because we're going to parboil the sausage after it is sausaged out. I do not have a sausage stuffer either, but you really don't need one. You can use regular old saran wrap, Clean Plus, and I'll show you how to do that. So here is our meat mixture for the Italian sausage, and I'm making 4.5 ounce sausages, or bangers as they call them in other countries. And the reason they call them bangers in other countries is because when sausage cooks, sometimes the skin pops and it bangs, and that's why they call them bangers. I guess that's fun trivia. So we're going to make this into a sausage, and we're going to use the saran wrap as a casing. Of course, we won't eat that. We'll take that off. We're going to make them a little bit long, you know. So let's see if we can. We want to make sure all the air is out of them, because if we don't get the air out of them, when we cook them, they will explode. We have little air bubbles there. So this is, you'll see how I do this. That's about right. So we'll roll this up the rest of the way. And then that will take, you have to stop it, all the air out, which if you see we've got a bubble here, so it already bled through on one part. So we'll tie it off, and then I'm going to put them in the boiling water. Okay, all the sausages have been rolled and tied. You can make them longer and skinnier, longer and a little chunkier, shorter, chunkier. These two are 5 ounces, these are all 4.5 ounces. I have an ice bath ready here because you let these parboil for about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then you put them directly into an ice bath. You want to stop the cooking process, and then we're going to put them in the refrigerator and let them cool, and then we'll make them for breakfast. We're going to put these in the boiling water. I do have a little air pocket on this one, so I'm going to take a fork and break that little pocket and then put it in. But they'll cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, the sausages are ready to be put into the ice bath. It's okay, you drop one, you pick it up. And you really want to make sure they get into the ice, the cold water. Because you want to stop the cooking process. Alright, I've taken them out of the ice bath. They're warm. They're not warm, they're not real cold, but they're cool. So now I'm going to wrap them in this towel. And I'm just going to set them in the refrigerator. Just like that. So I've taken the sausage out of the saran wrap. I put a little bit of, just a touch of oil on the bottom of the frying pan, let it heat up, and I put the sausage in. So as they start to brown, you just turn them slowly. I chose a longer one and a shorter one, chubbier one and a skinnier one, just to show that they cooked, because they have them blanched, but they still have to cook through. I think the bacon will render a nice, the fat of the bacon will give a nice taste to the sausage. I keep the lid on the pan to kind of steam the meat, but it's still brown. So that would be a good thing to do, make sure the meat cooks thoroughly. There is the sausage served with campfire fries, fried potatoes, and a nice piece of toast. Yum. I'll get back to you to let you know how it tastes. Yup, it was delicious. Very tasty, not too no spicy, just a wonderful, a good taste. A little bit of peppermint, the fennel, the dried onions, which they're not even like onions because they do hydrate and they kind of mush into the paste. Very good. Have a great day. From Kim and Mary's Kitchen, have a great day.